Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Oh, it is time. So, I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope you all didn't miss me too badly. But tell me you missed me. Tell me you missed me. All right. Well, so for those of you who are aware, I didn't stream yesterday because I had a real life thing that I wanted to go do. So, we're back in Final Fantasy. It is the last day, and tomorrow we're starting spooky stuff. So, I will let you know about that stuff at the end of the stream. Today, we are back in Final Fantasy XI, and we are on to one of the original big quests to do, Divine Might. So, we're going to finish up with Rise of the Zilart, and we're also going to unlock Bard. Now, I don't know what we'll do if we still got time after that. One way or another, we're going to continue on with that. So, the main thing we're doing now is that I have gotten the items that I needed, and we got Fennel here. Now, I don't know how to do invite to party. I'm going to be very honest. I should be able to find member in this area. Current area. And nothing there. I don't know why that's a thing. One way or another. Okay. So I think what we need to do is here. Invite. I think it should be target. I don't know if that works. It might. I hope it does. I can't figure out how to do it. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well. It finally feels like fall. It's no longer like 90-degree weather and stuff outside. So, anyway. So, oh, okay, yes. ECMD add target. Probably won't do it. Fennel. Okay. So, just a little bit while we're waiting here. So, Divine Might, back in the day, was like one of the big accomplishments you could get as a player. Because at the cap rate of 75, you basically had to play with a whole alliance of players, 18 people, to make this work. Nowadays, it's not nearly as bad. Because you can basically win this on level 99. By yourself, but I thought, if I'm going through all the trouble to try and get like the Arc Pentasphere and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and get anybody else who's interested in doing it, because I might as well. It eases up on anybody who hasn't had the time to do it, because I've had the time and all that jazz. So got ahead and went through it. So basically, so we showed up in Tulia last time, and let's see, add CR. Says that process cannot be processed. Okay. So we showed up here, and the next thing is we have to go fight the Archangels, the Crystal Warriors, basically. So there's two ways you could do this, and I talked about this in the last stream. You can either fight them one-on-one. So you actually go to the each of the 5 battlefields and fight each one by themselves, which is typically what you did. And you can do those far easier, or you can do the harder fight, which was you could do the harder, which would give you the progress for the mission, as well as a rare earring that you could wear. And that was what a lot of people wanted to do, but it was, unless you had a link shell that was really willing to help you, or you just ran into some very compassionate people, was not particularly easy to do so, to get that stuff. So anybody who had it back in the day was like, oh man, they really worked hard at it. You know, you're considered kind of hardcore in that sense. Let me try again. Oh, Silver. He's running the Spriggan gear. Okay, so now we got this. So, I've got 2 people from my link shell here, Siver and Fennel. You are on camera, you are on the internet, you are stuck here forever. I believe this is all we're going to do. And we're going to go do this, and it's just, basically, we're just going to completely wipe the group, because this is a little overkill, honestly, even with my low gear, so... Anyway, so I have the items that we need. I want to make sure that's in my inventory right now. It is in my inventory. Okay. I say we get going. So we could go anywhere, but I decided to grab the first home point, and we're going to go ahead and go right on in. And I made sure that I had this marked up and ready to go, just in case. So, yeah, this is where we're going to be going. So this basically will let you go to... Well, the way they had it originally is that each of the Archangels was assigned to a battle of this area. Let's see. Does it have Divine Might show up? No, it has Archangels. Shoot. I think I have to trade the... For Divine Might, I think I have to trade it. Okay, you have to trade it. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and trade Arc Pentasphere. Divine Might. Alright, here we go. I never actually got to do this in my original one, so... in my original play of the game, I never even got around to this, so... You shall be defeated by the apathy that plagues you. You shall be consumed by the cowardice that binds you. To be twisted by the envy that drives you. You will be overwhelmed by the arrogance that disfigures you. You shall be burned by the rage that controls you. Anybody who's played Final Fantasy XIV, they all say that in the fight, and it's amazingly cool. So, we have all 5 of them right here. A veritable party of absolute dominance. So essentially, because of the items that you have to do more or less to get this done, it's a little annoying to go get. So change my chat. Okay, haste. I'm gonna get haste on everybody. Oh, come on. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and just jump kind of into it. Okay, Tara first. There it goes. Now, if I see it needs to be... Who are we going after next? I think we're going after the elf? Yeah, it looks like we're going after the elf. Go ahead and put refresh on Sivir, so then he has what he can use. Oh yeah, I put Black Mage on, so I can't actually do a... So we're slowly but surely removing each of the characters. Go ahead and take that Dragoon, that Wyvern down. And there we go. We're done. So because we did them all at the same time, they're all popping off. But you can see how they turn into the crystals and just shatter. Honestly, that's really, really cool. Okay, now. So, you get all of the key items that you need for it. And theoretically, I could have just done that by myself. But I thought, I'll make it easier for anybody who wants to join in and get the item, whatever it was. So, that's more or less what happened. I'm very pleased. All right, now, gonna change our thing back. So, because we did that, we shall now be able to go head ourselves back and get that done. So, here's the portal. And we're gonna go get our item. So, let's see. Happy to help stabby things. Anyway, one way or another, that quest is done. It's fantastic. Now, of course, I'm making really light of it because it really was a simple thing to do now. But that would have been a monumental task back in the day. I can't even imagine the stress. You get 30 minutes and you have to fight all of them, and it's a whole thing of like you have to like sleep certain ones, you have to kite and tank and nullify damage at any way. And nullifying damage, oh excuse me, in this game is not exactly the easiest thing to do. You know, you had to have re-raise items, you had to do all kinds of stuff. So frankly, really cool to just kind of get it done and have it be no longer be a thing. So, oh, you know what? I am going the wrong direction for what I need to do. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that we can do in Ruan Gardens. I just don't know where it currently sits in the realm of being done solo, more or less, with trusts and stuff like that. So one thing that did open for this area was it kind of like the first of the game's like mega bosses, I think. So you have met him if you played Final Fantasy XIV in the new raid. His name is Kieran, and it's going off of and he was like one of the first big notorious monsters. I think he's right up there with like Fafnir and like King Behemoth and things like that. Really, really nasty boss, but he dropped some of the best gear you could have at the time. It of course has been foreshadowed by all kinds of other stuff. But it was kind of interesting. It was one of these bosses where you had to go unlock different tiers of stuff depending on where you were. Now, where do we end up? Oh, okay. I've gone onto the wrong portal. So essentially, in these areas, you fight the enemies until they drop a certain item. That item will allow you to spawn a notorious monster. And I'm pretty sure it is just the 2 tiers of monsters that you have to work with. I need to look into it more because I actually don't have firm information on this. So if I say something incorrect, I apologize. I only know what I can vaguely recollect. So when you got these different creatures, when you got these different spawn items, you could then go fight one of the lords of the cardinal directions. You could fight a creature of the north, one of the south, one of the west, and one of the east. And they were all notorious monsters of the type. They were the 4 lords, which Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV does specifically for the raids, the 8-man raids. So what you do is you'd go and fight each of these guys, and each of them will drop their own gear that you would like. You know, that would actually be pretty good stuff. And then they also had a chance to drop a rare item of their own that would, and you had to get all 4, and you'd be able to go inside the Shrine of Rivitao, I think, and you could then summon Kieran. So fight a bunch to summon 4, fight those 4 enough to summon the 1, and you do that multiple times. And more likely than not, we're actually going to try and doing that because in the quests, in the objective list, if you go into, is it combat? I'm trying to remember where it is. I think it's in tutorial. It's in, it's not in intermediate. Where is it? Where was it? Because I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, this is the quest stuff. Where is it? I think, was it other content, I think? Maybe? Content? Other? Yeah, here we are. So subjugate Kieran, Genbu, Suzaku, Shiryu, and Byakko. And they're very much like you'd see in the in 14. You know, Byakko is a giant white tiger. Shiryu, I think, is a wyvern of some sort. He's a dragon. Genbu is an adamantoise, and Suzaku is a rock. I think it's you know, one of the big flightless birds. I think. I'm not sure if it's another... Anyway. And Kieran is a Manticore. So, that's kind of what you would fight against. Now, if I can just... Oh, you know what? I don't want to do that. I want to grab one of these home points, because we can warp ourselves back to the main area. So let's do that, because I'm kind of mindlessly wandering at the moment. Okay, so we want to grab a home point in this region. And I think we want to grab 2. I see Budai has joined the chat. Always good to see you, my man. Anyway, so that's something that we could do in the future. I don't know. I haven't even looked it up. I don't even know if it's something you can solo or not. But it would be cool if we kind of could do those things. So, because of how old this content is, I'm sure it's fairly feasible to do when you get, you know, a high level 99 geared somebody, you know, get gear 119 or something, and you just kind of go at it. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and head back into the shrine and get our gear and finish up the mission and all that jazz, and we will continue on with our missions. I remember coming here, I can't even remember what I came here to do at one point. I'm pretty sure I was on my Samurai Dancer, and it was something along the lines of, I think it was just fighting stuff to get experience, maybe? I might have been doing weapon kills. But, fighting against the magic jars and the puppets and everything like that, yeah. Wait, so I think we're gonna get another cutscene here. Use the power of the guardians in Utulia to close the gate of the gods. Such terrible sin. Yet the era of the Zilartian people ended 10,000 years ago. Live on in this age. The fate of Vandil has been passed into thy hands. Thou who hast attained this peak. I will crystallize the power of the shards into a new form for thee. This power was not meant to be held by mere mortals. Even one who controls such divine strength such as thine canst only handle a single item born of this energy. Think thee well and choose. So, here are the items that we get. So, I have the items here available, so I will kind of explain what they are. I do have one in mind that I already want to get. So, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. So, we get an Abyssal Earring. It's increased intelligence, increased scythe, increased dark magic skill. We have the Beastly Earring, which is... and these are kind of, even though these can be used by all jobs, they are kind of geared towards a specific job. Abyssal Earring is clearly for Dark Knight or for Black Mage. The Beastly Earring is kind of meant for Beastmaster, because you get increased evasion, you get increased axe, you get charisma. The Bushino Mimi is meant for like Great Katana, because it's strength, Great Katana skill, parrying skill. The Knightly Earring, it gives you vitality, gives you shield skill, and it gives you divine magic skill, so it could be for White Mage or Paladin, or you can get the Supino Mimi, which is Agility 2, enhances enhances dual wield effect and sword skill +5. This is the one that I've been told is the one that kind of has the longest staying power because it benefits any job that subs ninja. So this is the one I'm going to be getting. Now, if I wanted to change it in the future, I can only do it. I can only redo Divine Might once a conquest cycle. So, conquest tally, which is which is only like once a week, which resets once a week. So I would have to wait a whole week. I would have to get a new Arc Pentasphere, and I would have to drop this item. Yes, I can't keep it. It's meant you're only meant to have one of them. So, because I picked only the one, and because there's such better gear past this, I'm not going to be repeating the quest. Now, there is a level 99 version that you can do, which is much closer to the original fight. It's still not the same. You're still more powerful, but it's something that you actually want to team up and do like with a team of players as opposed to with a group of trusts. So we might do that in the future. I don't know if I will. I certainly am going to look into it, but depending on what it gives, I might not be interested in it. One way or another, we will continue on to our next mission and see where we get to. So we need to enter the shrine. Your log to change. Okay, so I got my item. So we are going to go ahead and throw that item into our second Mog wardrobe. So we have it available for anybody for any of my jobs in the future. Okay, when things bump and bang on the game, because it's like, all right. So it looks like we have to go back to Norg because to talk to Gilgamesh. Now it's funny that Gilgamesh knows all this stuff because it seems like, yeah, he's a pirate and all that jazz, but it's like, how does this guy know all this stuff? Because I was never under the impression that Norg was like this hidden away vault of knowledge. I mean, because of his dealings, he gets a lot of information, but the Ten Shoto could do that too. And the Ten Shoto are basically non-existent at this point. At least in the story, you know, we had our thing with seeing the twin princes kind of show up and capturing Verena, but Ten Shoto is really not. I mean, I guess there could be a different thing of I don't understand the connection between the two. Maybe Norg is actually kind of part of the Ten Shoto. I don't know. There's not been enough world building to actually include that. It's clear that they are at least friendly with them because Aldo's able to go in and out of Norg without problem. And we've clearly seen that there's some association. So, anyway. Oh, this is going to be an interesting month playing here. So, for those of you who are not aware, or for those who are seeing this in post, I will be playing Halloween/horror games for the entire month of October. This is like the only time that I will actually willingly go after horror games, as opposed to a game that has horror elements in it, which is different. So I have made judgment calls on what games are kind of horror-ish. I've gone off of store page tags as well as other stuff to kind of make a nominal list of things that I'll be playing. And I have now picked out a game that we will be playing first. And this is going to be different than normal. We're not going to be swapping between games on certain days. We're going to play through a game until it is beat. So it will be the same game all the way through. We'll be rotating things slightly differently for the month. On Wednesdays, we will still play Final Fantasy XIV. This gives me enough time to go level up jobs, do quests, and things like that. But we will be doing story stuff specifically on Wednesdays. So we will be pushing the story, but instead of doing it twice a week, it'll be once a week, and it'll be in the middle. The reason being is that it gives me a halfway point in the week when I'm not potentially getting scared absolutely in my pants and can breathe a little bit. So that is essentially what's happening. So if you like watching people get scared, if you like horror games, if you like, I will be kind of listing the games in order. So keep an eye on the schedule because I will change the games over at some point. And it's gonna be kind of what I feel I can handle, as well as kind of what we have time for. So the hours are not going to change. The streams are not going to change in any time. But depending on the length of the game, is what we'll be doing. Instead of trying, and I originally said that we were going to try and do something along the lines of knock out a bunch of smaller games and do big ones later. We're going to start out with a medium-sized game first. So, if you guys have looked at the schedule, you'll know what game that is. If you want to be pleasantly surprised, show up tomorrow and see what the game is. Now, like I said, these are not going to be... Not all these games are going to necessarily... Well, it might not fit the genre of distinct horror games or Halloween-themed games, but I'm making a best judgment call without spoiling the games for myself. That's the one thing I don't want to do, is I don't want to have to like read into the game like, how horror-esque is this game? I want to make a judgment call purely on preview info that you'd get without ever actually looking at the game itself, because I want it to stay a surprise. These will all be blind playthroughs. And because I have like 60 horror games, we'll have games for a number of years. However long I do this streaming thing. I hope it will be a long-term thing, like I was first expecting to. So, hey, go talk to Gilgamesh now. Oh, I also want to shout out for another follower who followed me earlier today, Husky Canadian. I want to thank you so much for the follow. I hope to see you in one of my streams. All right, Gilgamesh. This is like the 5th time we've done that dramatic slow walk to you. Arrgh, were you able to make it to Talia? Oh, so you made them crystal warriors walk the plank now, did you? Then that just leaves us with that wee prince. But first, we've got to find a way into the darn shrine. Is it Elder Narcs that's keeping us out, or is it something else? Listen closely, Jedith. If the prince had already opened the gate of the gods, Vanilla wouldn't be here anymore. As you can see, nothing's changed so far, which means all we have to do is wait. When Elder Narc makes his move, that's when we attack. You and me both hate the Zilart making fools out of us, but there's nothing much we can do right now. Okay. So it sounds like after we talk to Gilgamesh, we're just able to go ahead right back on in. I'm actually going to check to make sure, because sometimes... Open the door. Is there anything that we're doing with it? I want to make sure that it wasn't just something else that happened. It was actually a case of, I actually did it. Now, it didn't take me right into a cutscene, so I'm assuming that we've actually done this now. I can't know when Elder Narc will attempt to open the make. Could be tomorrow for all I know. If you have any preparations, make sure. I'd suggest making them now. Okay, so it sounds like we can just continue on. So, as far as I'm aware, the only thing that we're going to be doing now at this point, I think, is fighting Elder Narc and cutscenes. I don't think there's anything else that goes on. I have no information because I've never played past this point. Which I'm really excited about, because this is stuff I don't know. So going in blind is honestly really anticipating. It's great anticipation. So I'm so glad we get to do it. I actually realized that when I finished my 11 streams on Thursday, I have to remember I can't really progress anything for 4 days. Because you have to wait Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then on Tuesday we get back into it. So, kind of how it feels like at times. But yeah, the fact that we're going to be able to finish up Chains of Pamathia, which I only got partway through. how far did I get? I don't think I even got to the airship battle. That's how badly I didn't get into it. I got into a little bit of Argon, but not much. And then I don't even remember anything of story value in Wings of the Goddess, and then everything past that is new. So, broad sweeps of this game that I have never even seen, even when I was playing it back then. So, now, we're going to go ahead and warp back ourselves to... Oh, that's a wonderful way to put my words. We're going to warp ourselves back to Leah. Because the interesting thing about this game, that it's something that has happened in a lot of RPGs, including 14, is that whenever a new expansion comes out, you always are adding new areas, new bosses, and new endgame things to do. And then you just kind of have these tiers of endgame things that slowly get more irrelevant as time goes on. So Sky was the first big thing. You came here to do stuff. You came here to fight to do divine might if you had enemies. You came here to level up. You came here to skill up. You came here to do all kinds of stuff. And then you did the story here, and then you did Sky, which was fighting the notorious monsters like before. This does not stay the end game for very long, because they eventually put in Chains of Promathia. So we will see further along with that, and it's interesting how they set all that up. I still remember very little about Chains of Promathia. I think I only remember starting a few points of it, and then because every time I got stuck on a mission thing, I was like, okay, I'll go do one of the other mission things, because maybe I've gotten up high enough that I can actually continue on from where I was. Not the case here. It's very different now. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to go talk to the shrine at the shrine again. Actually, let me look at my quest. No, it should be missions, actually. Zilart, the sealed shrine. Okay. You are the Great Bane, the nightmare that will devour the fair land of Vanadil and thrust the world into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, and as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times. The darkness must be vanquished, the Bane must be purified, no matter the consequences. That they will come with the wisdom of ages and the strength of thousands to deliver us from our plight. We await the awakening of the warriors of the crystal. So you made it this far, Jedith. Hi, Lion. Hey, don't tell me that I shouldn't be here. I know my father forbade me from coming, but I can't just sit back and watch Eldenark wreak havoc on our Vanadil. I'm ready to fight to the finish. When I first met you, you were just another little fish in a big pond of adventurers. But now look at you. You're putting your life on the line for the fate of all those on Vanadil, even though no one will know you did. You know, when this is all over, how about we hop on a ferry and sail around the world, just the two of us? Oh, are you asking me out on a date? Is this flirting? Don't look at me like doesn't look like you were ready for that. Well, just think about it, okay? I mean, yes. I'll say yes. I've got to go now. Don't forget what I said. What, the fact that you want to go on a date with me? I mean, hey, I'm not against that. I'm single currently, as of this posting. Okay, so did that. I think that changes the mission forward. Yep, Celestial Nexus. Okay, so Bowl of magic aggro, so even mages should bring along silent oil and prism. Operate the yellow door. The closest monolithic location is around. We'll be on map 1. Sneak and head south. So it looks like we're actually heading to a particular area. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is another area with doors by the look of it. Oh boy. Okay. So, okay. And from here is how you get to each of the areas. Interesting. So so let me look at, I should be able to pull up my map now. Okay, so as you can see here, we have certain locations we gotta go, but they also are marked as like, hey, this is where they are. So if you went to C, you get to Suzaku. If you went to F, you went to Shiryu. If you went to E, you got Genbu. And if you go to D, you go to Byaku. And I believe on an upper area somewhere, you would get Kirin. So we're going to have to funnel our way around in here a little bit. See if we can actually work our way into a position where we need to be. And what the heck happened? There we go. Now, it looks like we have to fight. Yeah, so we're going to be in a fight now. We have to make our way to the Celestial Nexus at H9. And everything is magic aggro in here. We're going to go ahead and pull up our people. So, through IEXP. Let's go ahead and bring up our pretty typical trusts. Just in case we get aggro here, I don't know if we will. But we'll see. I can imagine so, because this is an endgame area. Easy prey. So yeah, if we get grabbed by something, this is how quickly it's gonna get grabbed. Let's see. Okay. Now, if I look here, let's go to the previous, because something on the previous quest says you may find entering the shrine from I-6 near home point 1 to save time approaching the next quest. Okay. Because we're going to be running into these elemental doors, I think. And I don't want this to be another quicksand caves problem. So it wanted to go into number 4 here. This green number 4, I think. No, it actually wants to go into 5. Near H9. Give me a second here. Stuff is shaking. Hang on. Through at H9, which is... Oh, they want you to at I6. Okay, I was reading the wrong spot. So where to go in from there was there, but I6, which is 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and run ourselves back over there. And we'll run in through that section because that will probably get us there closer. Because we're also by ourselves. Therefore, if there's any doors or anything that I have to work my way through, it's gonna be a little harder to do that. So we're going to see if we can work our way through that. So I can't go back to the original location. So we're going to have to make just a little bit of a walk. Talk to that. I need to go refill up my water in a little bit here. So we'll take a small breather when that happens. technically did that wrong. I need to actually grab the red portal to grab the home portal. Somebody's here. They might be leveling up. I don't know. Okay. .1. So where we were before. Fancy. Okay, now where am I now? Wonderful. Exactly where we want to be. We want to get back down there. So let's go to the stairs over here. That should do what we need. Now this is a really interesting place because this outer ring is not connected in any way, shape, or form to the original big building, at least not physically. But we end up back in these areas. Okay, so now we're here. Ah, see how we have this big walk here. Okay, so we're gonna summon people again. Okay. I will be very honest, I have no idea where to go in here. So this is going to be a little fumbling, I think. Oh, right, we still need to sneak, but we have magic aggro on other stuff, so... So, never seen an enemy like the Detector. Looks like a Star Wars training remote. Kind of what it reminds me of. Anyway, to avoid complications, let's go ahead and hop on Sneak and Invis. Okay. Okay, so where am I currently on the map? Okay. So go to I-6 and enter the shrine, right? Go west from here to the room with 2 monoliths at H7. Huh? Oh! I don't think I'm in the shrine. This is not where I need to be, I think. I'm not sure it is. Hang on. Am I even in the right area? Because this is View Luganon Palace. So I don't think I'm in the right zone even. Yeah, then where did it want me to enter the shrine? Okay, sorry about this. I'm getting confused. I hate that I can't just... Okay. Hello, Tallow. I just did Divine Might earlier today. I'm now trying to work my way to the Celestial Nexus. I have no idea where to do that. Because right now it looks like I am actually in the Luganon Palace, which is not the Shrine of Ruvitao. So I think I actually have to get back out of here and try and figure out where I'm supposed to actually go. Progress is actually going pretty good, though. Okay. So I clearly went to the wrong spot. Use the doors that are under the steps. Okay. Unfortunately, that's the problem with older games like this, is that it says, yeah. Okay, so we're back out here. Now, when looking in this area, now it actually would be, oh, if I go to where 5 is, I walked into where blue 6 was. Entirely the wrong spot. That's my door on the right there. That's where I'm supposed to go. I think I just autopiloted. Yeah, go down those steps and go around and go through that door. Okay. Yeah, I think I autopiloted to a door on the outside. So I was mistaken, in a way. So the shrine is in the center. There are blue and yellow triggers. Yeah, I've been reading that. So we'll have to see how this goes. So the shrine is in the center, and the palace is on the outside rings. So I'm going to go ahead and see some of these people. We're back in here. Ah, okay. And I think that's what the green line is telling me to do, I think? The green is showing me which one you go into, and it... Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what that line means. We're not going to try and worry about it. So, now that we're in here, avoid having to fight people at the moment. Yeah, we're going to see how this goes, because if it's basically a 2-door system, if yellow is down, blue is up, and vice versa. So if yellow is blocking my way, I need to go out of E and into D and continue here. So let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go this direction. Okay. Oh my gosh. Tricked my vertigo, why don't you? Sheesh. Looks like we're going this direction. Defenders, which are like the detectors. Okay, and then I needed to go to... We need to go to the right? Because the whole direction I'm supposed to go is to the center, right? I think so. Everything seems to kind of be pointing towards the center. Oh, and there's my confirmation from Tallow. Thank you. Okay, so yellow is currently down. So the central area is the celestial... okay. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to back out and go to the other... Oh yeah, this is going to be a little weird because... Because you essentially have to get through 2 gates. No, that should be viable. If yellow's down, both blues will be open, so I can walk through both blue areas and into the nexus. So we just have to go backwards. Annoying, but it is what it is. The hand that we were dealt, we'll deal with it. I'm glad that I didn't have anything else, critically important figured out for today. It was just finishing up the Rise of Zilart stuff, so. So now we actually need to go over to where 4 is. Yeah, I've actually had a link shell for a little bit, yeah. I ended up going in and getting rid of the question mark itself, but yeah. Oh yeah, you haven't been in the streams for a couple weeks, for like a week or something, haven't you? Yeah, I have found a link shell. Someone was polite enough to invite. Yeah, it must have been long enough between when I actually got into the link shell and when you were in the chat itself. So, oh, I walked a little too close. Whoopsie! Ow! I got the groundkeepers on me. I don't think this will do anything. My red mage has gotten up to level 99, but I have not gotten any better gear. So. Yep, so went and did all the limit break stuff. I actually still need to go back, and I need to go get the merit points. You go get the Bushin breaker, whatever it is, as well as the job breaker items. So I can get job points and stuff going. Being such nuisances, God, my goodness. Mm-hmm. I just was going on autopilot. Thought that things can still attack me here. It can still be pretty nasty. Hey, good luck trying to sleep me. I'm taking enough damage that I'm not going to be able to get slept. Or stay slept. It's doing wonders for my healing points, though. Oh, the groundkeeper's going up. Ah! Well, it's one less enemy. Got that groundskeeper's also self-destruct. Now, I've done all kinds of stuff since you've been gone. I went and got Savage Blade unlocked. I got Red Mage up to 99. Experience can... Ooh! I mean, that'll be great, because I have so many jobs that need to get leveled. Will be doubled when it's up? Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Yeah, I've got all kinds of things that I need to level up. Unfortunately, I'm wearing Black Mage instead of White Mage, so I can't, get rid of my blindness, but it doesn't seem to be affecting me too much. Ow. Would you cut that out? Get rid of your blaze spikes. Those are really annoying, honestly. Thank you. I don't want to have to keep hitting you. Spectral barrier, I think that... Yeah, magic shield, so that makes it so magic doesn't hit particularly hard. There's Husky Canadian. Hey, thank you so much for the follow earlier today. I really do appreciate it. Oh, you stinker. See, I think I do have that one set up. Do I? I don't think I do. Oh, yeah, I do. Here they are. Rock spikes back up. Casting Flare. Oh, and I interrupted you. See, it's also Blizzard Day? Or Ice Day, whatever it is. Yeah, I need to work on getting the rest of my spells. But I'm missing, several. Okay. Whew. That was annoying. One way or another. Okay, now, before I was rudely interrupted by my stupid walking over an enemy. Let's see if we can head our way back to the Celestial Nexus. So, activate you. and warp our way across. Okay, just run across here. Stay away from the center of those things. Be on this side of the thing. Yes, it is. Yep, this will be the first one to completion. I never did this back in the when I originally played, so I'm excited. Oh, son of a bee sting. I can't get over this. Oh, how am I supposed to get over this now? Oh, criminy. Can I only... Oh, can I go the one way? Yeah, it's only a one-way direction. Oh, darn it. Well, now what do I do? So I can't go into 4, at least not immediately. From the entrance? Okay. Well, poop. Hit the yellow and then come back? Oh, okay. Ugh. Unfortunately, in a game like this, it's sometimes really annoying when you do that because you're gone long enough that if somebody comes along and changes it without you knowing, someone can inadvertently and unknowingly screw you. So, I'm hoping that's not the case here, but dagnabbit. All right. So, I'll need to warp back to home point 2. Oh, fair enough. I could have someone hit yellow for me. What is it called? It's called... it's called Rue. I think it's called the Rue. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's the shrine, but it actually... My goodness. Unless somebody immediately perks up, I'm going to act like if that's not happening. So, and I will have to do it myself. Divine was good, Seth. Thank you for asking, and welcome back to the chat. Yeah, got it done really easy. Had a couple Link Shell mates come in, and because they wanted to get it done, so they thought, "Hey, we'll join you." It was really cool. It was great that we were able to get that done, because I never ended up attempting that in my original play. So. Current region. I need to go to 2. Okay, and then we hit the red portal. not that one. The other side? Now, why not 2? Because this will warp me over to the center area. You want me on 5? Well, oddly enough, I did this last time and today. The portals actually go counterclockwise. It's weird because I think it's changed for some people, or it's reacting in a different way than normal because the red portals have been going counterclockwise for me. But Seth helped me out with this last time, getting to all the home points, and it works differently if you were doing just the single divine fights or something. I don't know why it was different for me as opposed to the other way around. And I've not been able to figure out why since. It's so odd. I don't think it could be random. It could be random seeming based on another event that I'm unaware of in the game. Because Seth has played a character where he would constantly go onto the red portals and they would just take him around. And they took him around the whole circle. He said, you don't even have to activate the blue portals. You can just go through the red ones and they'll do it. Which was not working for me for some reason. Yeah, and if they always work clockwise to you, I wonder if it's... It would be really weird if it was something along the lines of like race or job or nation or mission progress or something. Because none of that is detailed in any way on the wiki. So I'm wondering why that's a thing. Anyway. This isn't going to help. Because the yellow doors are still going to be down. I'm not going to have that switch. Unless... Unless the switches change, so the ones in the... Give me a second to figure this out, Seth, and see if I can't figure it out, I will call on you. But let me try this one. Unless the doors are set up so the bottom 2 here are different from the top 2 up there, and you're hitting yellow and you're swapping them. Yeah. Because if the 2 ones at the bottom here are different from the 2 ones up here, when you switch them, they're swapping places in that direction. Okay, so... Is that the switch? The 2 monoliths, okay. Okay. So, yeah, I think I should be okay. Are they sound only? Okay, good. Annoying. All right, so if I click this, it does not respond. I have to click on that one, don't I? To activate it. There we go. Okay, hit the yellow and then we're going through the yellow exit. Exit from where I entered. Okay, so back the way I came. Yeah, I don't know how this place works because I never went in here. I vaguely remember the 50 to 60 dungeons because I went in there all the time. All my jobs were getting to level 60 in the previous games, my previous play, so... That I left earlier. Yeah, so back to green 5. Yeah. So we're gonna need to head ourselves to... We could probably... Could we warp? I think if we warp to... No, Yeah, if we warp to 4, I think it would be a little faster. Just a little bit. Because we'll end up going to the right, like I expect I would. And then I just run to 5. Okay. Knock, knock. Oh, I know who's there. One of my favorite fans. Hello. Hey, G-Fod. It's nice to see you again. I'm doing pretty good. So went ahead and did one of the big fights that was big back in the day, and we're working our way towards. Yeah, I'm about to do finish up the first expansion story, basically. Yeah, so I've basically gotten to a point that I've never played before, because in this game the story missions were not critical to continuing playing the game. It was important to get to new areas and unlock new stuff, but yeah. Oh, you thought I was playing ESO? I played like one afternoon of the beta test for ESO. Didn't really get into it. I might get into it in the future. I don't know though. I've got so many games. I would have to get like the expansion and stuff for it, so. Okay, now we want to go to current region. We want to go to 4. Well, I think the interesting thing is that I have gotten I've played, when I started playing online games like Guild Wars 1, it got, sorry, I need to kind of put my thoughts into words. It very much was you go out and you kind of have to play by, if you play with other people, there's all kinds of systems and stuff that allow you to sustain yourself health-wise. Yeah, that is the big thing. Well, I think this one in particular, because you have to kind of work your way around each of the locales. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, weird. Now it's changed. I went clockwise that time. I was expecting to go counterclockwise. Huh. That's very odd. Maybe it is random. Anyway, back to what I was saying. When I played games, I mean, playing any kind of an RPG with like multiple people and stuff like that, the safest way. Oh, believe me, a game like this, yeah, it can be just complex. There were like quote unquote roles, but they were not so hard set that you had to like have each role set up. I think the only game that really got into that was the Final Fantasy games, which is funny enough because a lot of the other games, they don't play. Only 14 and 11 really play the whole tank, healer, and DPS setup. Because if you play any of the other games, at least any of the ones that I've played, they don't play with, well, some of the ones that I play don't even have a class, don't have a job system. But you didn't necessarily have a tank, you didn't necessarily have healers. You had characters who could all more or less do that, and were very customizable in terms of their growth. There's optimization stuff, but it was never important enough to do that optimization. So playing something like ESO where there wasn't a... So in the beta for ESO, they didn't have anything in the way of like an actual role that you played. They didn't think it's like you played as a tank or you played as a healer or something like that. You could be very flexible with it. It kind of threw me off again, despite the fact that that was something that I should have been very used to. Because it was like, okay, yeah. Okay, so now we activated that, so we should be able to walk through this area without any issues. Whew. And hopefully nobody came along and gave me issues. Okay, the fact that you had to throw... So is Dragon Knight itself a thing? Or is... Because if I have to spend 5 words to describe what I play as... That's a little much. Tank Warrior class? Okay. Just a bit much. Okay, let's see. And then I need to do sneak and invis. Okay, so Tallow, if you're still here and you're viable to answer a question, when I tried running over to that area over at D, and the big pillar was in the way and blocked the stairs, how do you get over to that section? Can you only go through? You have to specifically go through the ruins. Is that what that line's for? What that green line's for is to get to Byakko? Because that's the only way to get that way? Is going through the doors? That's annoying. Because the pillar's blocked, yeah. Man, that's annoying. Well, I will make a note. We have something I will have to do in the future if we end up doing the whole set of sky bosses. Okay, and through the door we go. Wonderful. Yeah, I can imagine. Because you'd have to have somebody sit and do door duty to let them in and out. Well, I'm gonna change something. Give me a second here. Moderation. Go ahead and get rid of that. So Tell, I still saw your comment, even though it's not showing up there. It just got flagged for ass. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that. And then here's another one here. Okay, so don't go this way. Go this direction. Oh, he's not being silly in any way, shape, or form. I just threw in a bunch of words into filter, so he wouldn't know about the filter. All right, so here's the Dark Elementals. Right. Okay, so now we need to go down the 5 stairs to the Celestial Nexus. So I need to basically go around the ring to get to that's okay. Oh, looks like someone is doing, sounds like someone is either doing, is leveling up or something in here. Or doing weapon skills, maybe. To be fair, this place would not be necessarily a bad place to do weapon skills and stuff. No one's here. The only reason you'd come to Sky now is either to do the Notorious Monsters or the missions. There's nothing else particularly relevant. And take a look at this. Look at this, GoFat. Look at the invisible floor and the hexagonal stuff that shows up. I really love that effect. It looks so cool. I love that. It's a very unique effect that you see in this game. Yeah, a little trippy. Okay, down we go. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and summon Refresh again. So guys, I have gotten a whole thing set up for, you're off for tonight? Yeah, get your sleep. Last time I hope you have not been going off on a bender like you did last time, and I had to tell you off to go to sleep. See you later, G-Fet. You know, I love it when you're here. I really do appreciate you. Okay. So I joined Apururu. At some point, I'm probably going to change it to be someone else. Because Apururu is great, but it seems like there is a little bit of contradiction on great to start out with, but eventually you want to change to a different leader because you'll get a better healer. Yeah, Yoran Oron. Yeah, that's probably going to be the healer in the future because he actually keeps himself relatively high. And Sylvia's a great buffer. No, I've seen stuff like that. So, yeah. So if we get as we get through the stories and stuff like that, I'm working on getting more trusts. I'm going to be kind of updating who I take with me. Apururu is great, but I will eventually change to a different. Okay, now we have our home point, so we need to come back here. We can do it easily. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna be right back to go fill up my water, and then we're gonna tackle this right now. So I will be right back, you guys. And back. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that at lower levels, they're not great because, well, Apururu specifically, because she'll rinse through her MP like crazy. Now, of course, if you run Venereal, not Venereal, Velenerial, I don't know how to say his name. He can heal himself at times. Yeah, the healers are a little rough at lower levels, but once they're able to get, just call him Val. Everyone does. All right, but you know what I mean. It gets to the point where once you get a high enough level that you're able to start kicking up certain buffs and stuff, then they get better. It can still turn into a case of Apururu. Well, if I get multiple links on enemies, even at the lower high levels, like 60s and stuff like that, sometimes I can still get in big trouble because Apururu will eat through all of their MP, and then I have no heals. Okay, now we're walking through the. Yeah. Well, I'm talking about other game. You know, if I play other classes that aren't red mage, that can't do refresh, you know. Because I've leveled other jobs and I haven't had refresh, of course. So. Okay, Battlefield Celestial Nexus. Woo-hoo-hoo. Here we go. Whoa, we're upside down. Couldn't lay a finger on him. I cannot move. This is the true power of the crystal. Here I come. Nice to see you all again. I was beginning to wonder if you'd make it this far. But enough of the greetings. We all know why we've gathered here today. Let me be brief. Thanks to you adventurers, the beastmen interfering with my plans to revive the crystalline will soon be vanquished. Once that is complete, the gate to the gods will finally be opened. And as for what happens to Vanadil then, who knows? But what I do know is this. What lies on the other side of that gate is the dream that I have seen for the past 10,000 years. The dream of paradise. And what about you? Don't you want to see what is on the other side? Don't you want to be reborn as a god? Come with me. My nose looks like really flat with that at that angle. Ha! You're still answering to your foolish pride. Come on, I'm giving you one last chance. Chance to be almighty, and you're just throwing it away. You people really are the plague of Vanadil. I don't think you can stop me, do you? You don't think the petty beings such as you can make a difference in the world? You're pitiful and useless. The darkness that lurks within all of you is the disease that eats away at this planet. And if you want to die meaningless deaths, then I won't stand in your way. Now it's time to say good night to all those who failed to cooperate. Ah, so that's what they look like. No, I need to work on the gobby box. Oh, if you mean the special gobby box that you can do the random roulette stuff in, I actually have not checked. I probably still have some time to go for. There we go. Bonus charged. Prabhu. All right, now let's do this fight. No, but we have been getting the... Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we'll do after that. So... points to spend on it? Okay. Because I have been getting the keys. That they've been giving out. So, I will have keys to use on it. Eventually. Yeah, I'd imagine they have such a giant pool that getting anything particularly amazing would be rare in and of itself. On anything but the 51? Okay. Because that probably has the best pool of items to potentially get stuff from. Okay, so I think I heard about this, is that you actually need to go after the, don't attack him, attack the exoplates. You can't get Rimas, of course, yeah. I imagine you couldn't. Oh, nice. Yeah, because otherwise you have to catch the 10,000 carp, whatever, to get Lu Shang's fishing rod. That's a quest I will probably never actually complete because it is such bullcrap. I'm actually kind of getting kind of shattered here. Did want to let you guys know that tomorrow is October. We're getting into spooky games, so schedule's changing up. Okay, let me take care of that. Probably want to start attacking these orbitals, get them off of me. Get off. Okay. I don't think we're done with the fight. I think there's a second phase. The patch came off. Ugh! Ugh, gross! No good AoE control like Val. I underestimated your ability. You fight well for such lower life forms. There's no more time for playing games. Prepare to witness my true power. I've got gravity. When your pants fall down in the middle of the town, it's gravity. Oh. Well, thank you for teleporting. Makes it a little easier. Ooh, nasty. What was that? Quake. Savage Blade! There we go. Very quick, very simple. Why? In the eyes of the gods, I too am no different from Hamlino? That won't stop me from restarting the crystal line, whether it's completed or not. Crystals will spin out of control as they did 10,000 years ago, create another meltdown that will destroy this world and everything on it. You fought well, but it's time to say goodbye. Whoa. I can't believe what I am witnessing. Light has begun to converge. Soon all will end, and my dream will begin. can't let him get away with it. So it all ends here. I guess it's up to me. I mean, another way to do this, but I couldn't think of anything better. I'm sorry. Don't think I'll be able to keep our promise. What? Wait, what do you think you're doing? Lion! What is this noise? Part of the crystal is fading. But how can this be? No, nothing can get in my way. Stop, Eldrinarch. Thou must cease thy vile ambitions. Thou must no longer bring harm to the world of Vana'diel. Dost thou not yet realize harmony Vana'diel will only bind thee from attaining thy dream of paradise? Ivilnoil. Eldnarch. Something can never really be destroyed. It only changes to take on a new form. Now thy time has come to take on a new form. Let us go. Till we meet again, Warriors of the Crystal. Well, let's hope that puts an end to the Zilart's plan. Did a great job in there, Jedith. And Lion, if it wasn't for her, who knows what would have become of Vana'diel. I speak for all of Vana'diel when I say thank you, Jedith. Well, now that we got that out of the way, let's get out of here. This place gives me the creeps. I think that if Lion were still here, she would agree. Be seeing you around, Jedith. Jedith, I too bid you farewell. I do not feel this the meeting will be our last, until our paths cross again. It all began with a stone, or so the legend says. Ages passed, a sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its many-colored light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. Bathed in that light, the world entered an age of bliss, until, after a time, the gods fell into slumber. That world was called Vana'diel. However, this age will not last. The great bane will devour the fair land of Vana'diel. The The ancient seal will be broken, awakening nightmares of ages past. Blood of innocence will soak the earth, and the world will fall into fear and despair. But as one bright star shines through the clouds at night, and as one song rings clear above the roar of beasts, we hold to one hope in these darkest of times. That star is you, and the song is yours. Someday, that hope will become our dreams, our prayers. Shine forth, star of hope. Let your song ring out across all of Vanadil. And what was split asunder will once again become whole, complete and inseparable for all eternity. Okay. And we're back in the Gate of the Gods, I think? Okay. So, let's go ahead and finish up the last mission for the Rise of the Zilart. And then we'll go unlock Bard. So we have Bard unlocked. Now Bard is a class that I actually have not played like ever. So playing Bard will be interesting for me to learn because it uses a whole nother set of magic in the songs and using instruments and stuff like that. So I don't know how it all holds down. I was under the impression that if you play Bard, you have a bunch of instruments in your inventory. So you have to be a little bit more heavy on the macros, swapping instruments out depending on what songs you're playing. So I, of course, won't be doing anything truly big like that. I'll get what instruments I can, but yeah. How they're played in the 75 era? Well, 75 era, bards were the buffer. You know, you always wanted to have a bard at high level, but no one wanted a bard at low level. It was... Oh, and a polar... Yes, that's right. I guess that's true. Yeah, bard was in a very weird place because nobody necessarily wanted it at low level because it didn't have great damage output, even though it could do some decent buffs. Once you got high level, though, everybody wanted a bard. It's like, it's very much like in, there really is no pulling now because you don't camp necessarily. You rove as a group. So pulls are kind of non-existent. And if you do pulls, it's not very far and anybody can do it. In fact, the tank probably should do the pulls because the tank needs to be the one holding them. So, anyway. Go ahead, get refreshed back on me once more. Okay, we're gonna go back to Norg. And gotta give him the hard news. Hi, Gilgamesh. Arg, I see you made it back safe and sound. Story won't be going down in the annals of history. There are some things that best go unknown. Though it wasn't for you, you'd all be sleeping down in Davy Jones' locker. You have me thanks, matey. As for Lion, Otto came and gave me all the details of what she did. What was she thinking, going off and getting herself killed before her own father? Washed up on shore here when she was still just a wee lass. Nobody knew where she came from. That wasn't uncommon during the Great War. Many life was torn apart back then. When me father told me I was to take care of her, well, I tell you I wasn't ready for that. Raising Lion taught me a lot about the world. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the man I'd be today. I never knew that she thought about her father being a pirate. I can tell you one thing, I'm mighty damn proud of her as a daughter. Okay, and then we head back to Juneau to talk with talk to Juneau. Head to Lower Juneau. Now, there is another quest here called Shadows of the Departed, and I'm pretty sure this is... Aha, yes. So, for the time being, this is as far as we go. Because the next quest, Shadows of the Departed, requires Change of Promathia progress. And that changes to another big boss fight that you can get an amazing earring from. So... So, now we're back at Tenshoto. I love their armor. I know red's not my favorite color, but it used to be, so. Hold up there, Jared. Where's Aldo? You didn't just leave him on that cursed island to die, did you? If anything happens to our boss, don't even think you'll be leaving here alive. What's with the long faces? You guys look like you just got back from a funeral. Boss! You're still alive. Really think that I, the great Aldo, would flop at the hands of a couple worms like those Zilart? Wasn't easy, but thanks to Jedith here, the princes were no match for us. Thanks again, Jedith. You did really well up there. First time you come through my doors, you were nothing but a little punk. Now look at you. You've matured into a fine adventurer. Not as fine as yours, truly, but close. Aldo! Verena! He looks tired. Aldo, you're all right. I've been praying every moment of every day for your safe return. Sorry I kept you worrying. But where's Lion? Is she here, or did she go back to Norg? Verena, Lion's gone. What do you mean, gone? Lion traded her life to stop Eldnark's plan. No! Yippee, she can't just be gone. What did she do to deserve this? Brenna? Lion fought bravely that day. Her sacrifice saved millions of lives. So what? Nothing we say can bring her back. She's... Why does everyone have to suffer? What did Big Blix do to deserve their pain? I don't want to forget what they went through. I'm sorry for Retta. I can feel something. This warmth. Lion? Is that you? Is you, isn't it? Although, Lion is still alive. I can feel it. She's weaker than before, but she's still with us. You may be right, Verena. If there's any shred of hope, the least we can do is to continue to believe. So, Jedith. As much as I'd love you to join us here at the Tenshoto, I think I already know your answer to that offer. If you're ever in the neighborhood, be sure to stop by. You're always welcome. Oh, I think it's time I took that vacation I've been promising myself. You should go someplace quiet and get some rest as well. I have a feeling that the real adventure has just begun. And there we go. We ended. Fantastic. 1 expansion down, 4 to go. Plus 4 mini adventures. Fantastic. So, we've now done that. I am going to go take a quick looky-loo at the spells here. And see, and probably buy 1 or 2, since I have money. Oh, and I have quest stuff I can trigger off. So let me go into here. Objective list. We're going to go into... not level cap, but it's missions. Here we are. 14. Did that. I think that's as far as it goes. Oh, no. I have to... there we go. I have to change the... change the page, no updates. And 17's not popping up, so I think we're done with that, which is cool. Awesome. So, we're going to do a couple things. We will, more likely than not... let's see, I have an hour, so we could do a couple different things. I'm going to go unlock Bard at a minimum. There is a chance I could go unlock another job. I think after Bard is Beastmaster. One way or another, that's stuff I can get. So, let's see here. Now, I do have other stuff. I have Paralyze, Slow 2, Addle, which is Magical Accuracy. Could be really smart to get that. We also have our Gain stats. Oh, thank you for the cheer. Master level 50? What? Holy cow. Oh, wait, is that you, Tallow? I'm trying to remember if that was your character or not. Oh, it's Badai! Thank you! Oh, sorry about that. I forgot what your name was. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. How are ya? Here, let's buy a couple... Let's buy at least all the level 3 spells. I hadn't gotten all those done. We get Blind 2. We can get Bio 3. I'll go with that for the time being. Okay. And then go ahead and learn those. I need to run past an ephemeral Moogle and turning these crystals. Yep, I'm not selling them anymore. I'm going to be saving the crystals now. At least until I fill out, because I don't know what I'm going to craft. All right, now. It's right there. It's right there. Lovely. Thank you for the wave and the cheer, Badai. Let's see if we can get some other stuff done. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and swap a couple things over on my web page here, so give me a minute. Let's see. We need to do back to missions. Chains of Promathia will at least open up, but we probably won't touch today. I do know where we start, so. Okay. Because the next time we start, it will be next Wednesday. Because the schedule's changing for October. So, and yeah, that's where I figured we would be going. Okay, so we're going to switch over to... So I think we can do... Yeah, we can do a couple jobs unlocked. Yeah, so let me take a look at how to unlock a couple of these. Okay. Okay, so I need to see if I've got this quest unlocked yet. I think I do. Yeah, save my son. Okay, so. And it is currently the time. Let's go do that. So, we're not going to do Bard yet. We're going to go do Beastmaster. Because I basically have that unlocked. I just have to do a little bit more. And we'll have that available to us. So. And I've actually pretty much unlocked Summoner too, so we could also do that and get Summoner unlocked. Summoner will be a lot more intensive in terms of on stream, because you have to fight all the elemental avatars, all of the summons, more or less. So that'll be something that will take longer for me to do on my end. Let me see. With them. So the more jobs I level up, the quicker I can get rid of kind of the low-level gear that's kind of flooded into my Mog wardrobes. And we can make room for the higher-level stuff. Oh, the level 19 stuff, the level 119 that I'm going to be using. So, let's see. Go from F8, which is right. Aha. Now, if I walk around the corner and there's a giant tree here, I'm going to be not peeved, but a little alarmed. Nope, doesn't seem to be here. Which, well, so I was reading up on those, because you can do the trial version, which you do at level 20, or you can do the, level 61, but it said that you couldn't bring trust into the fight, so I wasn't sure, how that worked out. Okay, I need to talk to, at F8, examine the night flowers. So there's night flowers around. Are they in this back corner somewhere? I don't think I'm in the right area. I need to go further along. Oh, are they potentially down there? Because I think someone might have... Oh, yeah, because it says that there's a Kraken that unlocks. Because you don't have to do it on Summoner. Oh, okay. You have to do the mini trials. You have to do on it, but you don't have to do it. Okay, that makes sense. Well, if that's the case, then yeah. Here's the Kraken. Not gonna bug me, though. Hey! Now, if people think back, way back when I got the mounts unlocked, Dietmund was the guy who was kind of abusing the chocobo. There you are, my boy's finally gotten some rest, so I followed you. Whew. Need a cough in a second here. So these are night flowers, are they? Well, we know where they are, but digging them up's another story. I wish I had a chocobo. Uh-oh, a monster! No, it's the chocobo. Oh, just you. What? Think we can find... You think we can find roots there? So chocobos have a thing called chocobo digging in this game. Never tried it before, so... Yeah, here they are. I was so rotten to you, but you came through for me. Huh? You'd really carry me back? I'm sorry for what I did, and I'm grateful for your help. I need to say thanks to you, too. I gotta hurry home, so stop by my house, and I'll try and make it up to you, okay? Hang in there, son. I'm coming home. Have a little redemption arc for Dietmund. Well, that's the case, because I know that I'm going to have to do it twice, because once to get, let's see, I'm going to have to do each of the elementals 3 times, I think, because the first time is to summon them, the second time is to get the Whisper, to get Fenrir. I'm going to have to do a second time, I have to do Fenrir a second time if I want him as a mount, and I kind of do. So, I, of course, will only do my first time doing it, on stream. Every other time, I will not worry about showing that. But, anyway. Back to Juno. And Mog. Nope, we actually want the entrance. It's much closer to his house. Okay, so we run up here at this home. Hello, are you here for my dad? You're still missing 3 summons? Hey, you could come along then. He went out to run an errand, but he said he'd be right back. Oh yeah, he asked me to give this to you. Well, I've got places to go too. See you later. See you later, Dominar. You're missing Diablos, Odin, and Alexander. Ah. So, because you do that, you get something called a Beast Whistle. If I remember correctly, this is armor specifically for Beastmaster. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was playing the game previously, I do this a lot. I'm sorry that I have to bring this back up. When playing originally, Beastmaster wanted to push a lot of points into Charisma for Charming. I can imagine that's not particularly interesting to do anymore because you can use the Jug creatures. You can do the drug animals. Regarding you do treasures, yeah. Well, I won't be getting to treasures soon, but, you know, I do want to unlock all those, so at some point. If you haven't done it by that point, you can join me doing those. And I'd be happy for the company. So, let's see. Juno. We're going to go back up to Upper Juno, and we're going to go to Entrance. I think we'll go to the Entrance. Yeah, you don't need to, you will not use Charm anymore. So I was curious. I wonder where you get a lot of the jugs, because I saw that you can get jugs in this shop, but they're all level 99 stuff. So I'm kind of wondering where you get the jugs eventually. I'll get into all that at some point. But is it crafting? That's annoying, but... Well, the fact that there's, you know, ways to make money and stuff, you can get the lower level stuff, and I'll look into... Yeah, the auction house is an easy way. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Brutus. Oh, here we are. I think the cutscene just triggered. Are you? I knew it. You're that adventurer that's friends with Mapatodo, right? My name is Gyarados. I look after the Chocobo's food, check on their health, and perform various other tasks behind the scenes here. If you don't mind, there was something I was hoping to ask you. You're able to summon it, aren't you? How did you know? I knew it! I saw that you had that trainer's whistle. You wouldn't be involved with her otherwise. Anyways, what do you want to ride? Ah, an excellent choice. I'm interested in mounts that can fly. You know about magic pots and spheroids, right? Flying mounts are great, aren't they? For someone like me who only rides chocobos, they're like something straight out of a dream. Hey, what are you doing wooing? Did you finish repairing the chocobo stethoscope? Oh, the stethoscope was almost finished, I think. Ah, let me guess, he was talking about flying mount mounts again, wasn't he? I apologize. Whenever Gyarados sees someone wearing a trainer's whistle, he immediately starts talking about it non-stop. It's like I've always said, it's my dream. Who wouldn't want to fly freely through the skies? I know all about Taro, your dream, but you shouldn't go bothering others with it. You need to start Taro with chocobos first, and then work your way up to bombs and magic pots. Never. Fine. How about you aim for an airship pilot? Aim to be an airship pilot, Taro, then. Airships are fine and all, but I'd rather fly through the sky like a bird. I suppose I've got no choice but to make something myself. The amount that would be even stable if I'm even able to ride it. Okay, I just need to sneak into the Grand Duke's palace and borrow a set of airship blueprints. Hey, you'll help me, won't you? Wait just a moment, Taru. I'm just joking. The blueprints won't do me any good without some kind of engine. That's the one thing that I can't make by myself. I wonder if there's something out there that could help me build my own engine. Maybe it's up above the sky? Or perhaps... Get back to wixing that stethoscope already. I know how he seems, but Gyarados is quite capable and super smart too. So I imagine that if he had the materials, he could probably make a flying mount. It's all because of Gyarados that we could summon magic pots and war machines. I imagine it'd be quite difficult for Taru, but if you find any information that might help him, can you please let him know? Oh, remember, you could always welcome any Astral Notebook workbooks that you might find. So, okay, so that wasn't for Beastmaster, that was for summoning other mounts. So that is a quest that we'll get to at some point. Chocobo finally escaped heading for Lathine. So that's for another one. That's for another quest, and I'll get to that eventually. Why, howdy there. How you been, huh? You look as fit as a fiddle. So what can I... Master! Hey, what do you think you're... Look, he's afraid of you. Wait, he's happy about something. What could this mean? There you are, thank you. You're the reason my son's recovered. I beat you and whipped you for so long. Why did you decide to help me? Do you understand me? No, I can't thank you enough for all you've done. I truly thank you. And you too. Thanks. I'm a Beastmaster no more, but I bet you can become a great Beastmaster if you keep at it. I'm sorry I said those things to you before. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm not worthy of Chocobos anymore. Please, take care of him for me. You got it. He'll grow up big and strong. You stay right here. Mark my words. Someday he'll be back for his Chocobo. The Chocobo will gladly go with him. After all, he's a Beastmaster. All's well that ends well, right? Now you can call yourself a Beastmaster. Stand tall, kiddo. Cool. And the big point of the Beastmasters, they yield axes and have pets. So back in the day, Beastmasters were was one of the only couple jobs that you could actually solo really well. And they're still really good for other things. I think low-level battlefields that you can't pull truss into, Beastmasters do really well at. Cool. So, you check off a couple things here, and then we'll go find our Bard quest and get that done. Okay. I think it was, Okay, let's find our way to the Bard. How do we start that? I think it starts in Lower Juno. Path of the Bard. Here we are. Okay, so we go to the Merry Minstrel in Lower Juno. Okay, let's go do that. So all the jobs we unlock from here are going to take a little bit more time to get to. The ones that I won't be able to do yet are Blue Mage and Puppet Master and Corsair. Those will be available in Treasures of Aragon, so it'll be a little while, but we're going to unlock these other jobs. I still need to do Ranger and Summoner, Samurai and Summoner. Oh, I've basically done that one. Ninja. I think that's it. Merry Minstrel is a little closer than not. Can't have Dancer, Scholar, Rune. Yeah. What I really should have prefaced that with is that the next jobs that I would be unlocking would be those, but I can't do them because of expansion. Yeah. No, it'll be interesting going back to level 1 when doing like Rune Fencer and Geomancer, because I will have played so far high up and will not be used to doing it. Okay, let's see here. I need to talk to Mater. Here we are. Here it is. Hey, who do you think you are? You don't like my music? I'm just a loser. You don't like my music? I'm just a loser who can't write and can't play. Like love, romance. It's all fake. Cursed women are like measles. Melee Bell. This time she's left me forever. Oh boy. Say, have you seen the song runes in Uburimu? Contain the words to the song that torn apart lovers sang to each other many years ago. The lyrics are simple, but they hit you right in the heart. It's a really good song. No matter how much the world changes, people are still the same. Oh, how long I've loved to be loved like that. Well, anyway, I bet those bitter lyrics would really cheer up the brokenhearted. Okay, so we have a destination. Oh, while we're here, there is a goblin right over here. Let's go and talk to them. and see if I can do this yet. Another 2 days. 2 days! Ah, dag nabbit. All right. Well, that's okay. I'm glad that someone reminded me of that, because I had completely pushed it out of my mind. Okay, we are going to go to Mara. I think. It's the closest place to Mara, I'm pretty sure. That is... Shushu. Mara. Now, let's see. Ah, that's true too. Now, Mars orbs I know nothing about, so you might have to give me a quick rundown of what those are. Is it one of those, is it like a daily currency counter? Like the Traverse Stones and the Void Watch Stones are? Now, I remember, have to find one of these stones that's kind of stuck up. You know, these, because they're not stalagmites. They're, yeah, these rock mounds. One of them has the song runes on them. Travel to G9. So I'm really close. Okay. Was it up or low? I can't remember. That was a gathering point. Never mind. Are used to get the trove. A bunch of chests, and you open them at random. But one is a mimic that will kill you if you open it. Okay. Interesting. So it's kind of like, so it's just a roulette of chests, and if you catch the mimic, you die. So it's interesting. Yeah, but people are selling the Mars orbs for a lot. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I think the song runes are over here, okay? Because they're actually visible. They're actually part of the... They actually have a texture on the rock. Ah. Okay, here they are. So, do you lose everything if you die to the mimic? Is it one of the... Okay. So, it very much is a gamble for your life of like, okay, what can we get out of this without getting the... Okay. I played stuff like that. Oh, the orb included, of course. Naturally, because you use the orb to start the thing. Well, it's a rare day I see anybody around here. Oh, forgive me. I am a simple minstrel. I travel from one tavern to another, carrying little whence my daily bread may come. Every time I walk this road, I make a point of visiting this place. And it's good to see a kindred spirit here. Lyrics here have an endless charm, don't they? The story of two lovers torn apart, each hearing the crashing of waves from opposite shores. This is how emotions live on, my friend, even those of broken dreams and failed romances. Our duty as minstrels is to take these shattered desires, give them shape, and pass them to others. I know that dreams and emotions are often difficult to grasp, but sometimes, in a moment of brilliance, our songs can stir even the loneliest hearts. My friend, moments like that are what keep our minstrels singing. Did you not feel the powerful emotions of the narrator here, who could not help but put these feelings to verse? Even those who forgot how to sing through the toils of life should be moved, made to sing by the lyrics herein. Oh, it seems I've rambled quite a bit. My words fall to riddles wherever I'm here, I'm afraid. Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I hope we may meet again in the bustle of a warm tavern. Farewell. Ah, I haven't gotten any silver vouchers yet. I would assume that at 99 you kind of can start getting silver vouchers for the intermediate stuff, because you only get the bronze for the basic stuff. So. If you only had a sheet of parchment, you could jot down the lyrics. I can actually do that, though. Give you the silver vouchers. I figured. I need... Oh, and I need to get rid of this Archipentasphere. It's used up now. I've tried doing the monthly objectives. That's all I'll say on that. Where is my parchment? There it is. I'll take one piece of parchment. Because I know I have to do those because of the because you get so many deeds done to get other trusts unlocked and stuff like that. So doing the monthlies are really important. Yeah, one of the best trusts from it. Which one is it? It's not August, is it Sylvie? Thank you, I'd appreciate that. So, we're not going to have any chance to finish up September's. Let me go ahead. Because I've really not been keeping, because... Oh, the doctor, okay. Isn't he like one of the best healers or something? Let's see. So the monthly objectives. So I don't have any items in my mock house. Oh, that's right, because he's a chemist. Which is not a proper job, but it's something that they've thrown in here. Yeah. So I actually at some point need to get a bunch of stuff for my house to get storage. So I need to do this at some point. And then I need to go get just need to have and grow something. Yeah. Really simple. The wanted monsters, and then the high tier mission battlefields. Yeah. Like I said, I really haven't been touching those because I've been just focusing on trying to get to 99. So that is something I'm going to start working on and try to do whenever I can. So, and then I actually should take a look at all the ones that come available because they rotate. So. Well, and from what I understand with the Unity monsters is that you have to start getting much higher gear. You have to start getting the... Okay. With merit points and stuff like that. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so I got the Poetic Parchment. And that leads us on to our next location. Minstrel in Despair. So you gotta give it to... Gotta give it back to Martyr. Yeah, I remember when Final Fantasy XIV, before Sage came out, there was a lot of people pushing for chemists to be a possible job. And I still think they should do a chemist job. I think that would be really cool. I don't know what the mechanics they would do, but being able to throw, you're like throwing potions out and stuff like that, I think that would be really fun to do, honestly. You're mixing potions for different buffs and things like that. Oh, there's so many people here, it's lagging the area. That's why I hate coming to Mara, because it's always so full of people. Back to Juno. And I actually want to go to Rulude Gardens. Okay. Reason being, I have 2 items I need to get from here. So after I did the limit breaks and stuff, there's actually a couple things that I still need to get. So one of them is for the merit weapon skills, which I don't know if they're good to get or not. Like I really have not looked into level 99 stuff because I'm really not going to be touching level 99 stuff for a while. But, is really easy, yep. Okay. Speaking of the Savior, whoop, I just overheard an earful of an engaging exhortation on job points. I figured it was imperative that I inform you immediately. Accomplished adventurers such as yourself can accrue these points by progressing prolifically in their professions, but beware, for the road is rockier than anything related to limit points. Whoop. You still want to at least unlock all, but okay, sword one is good for skill chains. Fair enough. However, I'm confident you'll conquer the cornucopia of crimson clogs that can block your way to glory. Blot it out. That's what I wanted to hear, Kupo. Your sheer determination fairly fills me with effulgent felicity. Henceforth, you shall be able to select job points under the status menu as long as your main job has reached the resplendent realm of level 99. Kupo. You can fervently fiddle with your faculties there, but only while inhabiting the interior of your Mog house or gallivanting about your Mog garden. Nice. Nomad Moog will cast a strange and slightly unnerving spell upon you. Jawbreaker. Ah, fair enough. Talk to him once more. There he is, Kupo. Wherever have you been, Jedith? Jedith goes where his adventure calls. You can always trust him to show up when the time is right. Oh, so that's how it works. Well, look who's finally here. I was wondering how long he was going to keep me waiting, Tataru. Oh, wait, Taruing. What's that? Why's that? I haven't forgotten what in our contract. Keep my end of the bargain, so you better live Taru up to yours. Your mission, whether or not you choose to accept it, Taru, amass 15 merit points and return here to me. Why, you say? Oh, just a little experiment of sorts. I'd advise a method of which the power of the merit points may be channeled to rip and wrench open the reserves of chakra that lie dormant within you. Getting excited, Taru? Yet? Well, I'm sure... Because I sure am. So what are you waiting for? 15 merit points and make it snappy-wappy. Rip and wrench? That sounds awfully violent, Kupo. Indeed, yet the most accurate description. Kupo? Hear me out, Jedith. Be strong of body and mind, and there's no limit to the powers you can master. You didn't sign that contract for all of you can eat rab tails now, did you? Believe in yourself and go forward, Jedith. Your destiny awaits. Now, I've already got the 15 merit points. I've been sitting on them for a week now, so... Back so soon? That's our Jedith. Never met a challenge you didn't like, eh? Wow, you completed that task in a jiffy-wiffy. Looks like I made the right choice signing a contract with you. Well then, let's get this show on the road. Don't worry, Jedith. It'll be over in 2 shakes of a rab tail. Popo? Is it prudent to proceed with the process so promptly? Under normal circumstances, we take things a bit more slowly woolly. But hey, Jedith and I are people of demand, aren't we, Jedith? When I say go, you're going to condense all the merit points you've accumulated into one pulsating mass of energy, and proceed to rippy whip that straight into the core of your soul. Stay focused and try not to blink. It might kill you. Poopo? And that should do it. Did we kill him? Poopo. Oh! I've noted this numerous times before, but you really have a remarkably resilient body, Jeneth. All the training you put in with yours truly. Stand tall and proud. If you can still stand. Legendary power of the Bushin is yours. Poopo? That's how you pass along the power of the Bushin? Looked like you were just trying to blast poor Jeneth into smithereens. More or less, it's the shock of the Blastaru combined with the amassed power of Jeneth's meta points that triggers the reaction. By focusing all of those energies into one pulsating mass and ripping it out from within, you've opened up a veritable font of chakra inside Jeneth's body. A font of chakra, Kubo? They say such stories of power exist inside us all, yet most will train a lifetime without ever learning how to tap into it. Yes, I did end up getting those quests. I haven't finished Shantoto's yet because I need to finish a couple more of her quests. But I think I've actually gotten the items for one of them. So, yeah, she's the only one I haven't gotten, but, I guess it would be the original Shantoto, wouldn't it? I think I already have her, though, because I have Shantoto 2, and I have D Shantoto, so I think I already have her, but yeah. You laid the foundation with your physical enhancement experiments, my fluttery furry friend. I simply wimply applied the finishing touches. But let's get to the heart of the Mataru, Jeneth. What I bestowed upon you today is but a foundation for powers that may yet be mastered. Listen and listen well. Look within and take stock of your merits, and you'll see a new path open to you. Using the energies within you, I've burned into your soul the heart of the Bushin. How you proceed here is entirely up to you. This is not the end of our training, but only the beginning. Or were you just bluffing-wuffing when you said you wanted to take me on? Ah, okay. That's good to know. Because I know that you had to do certain, you had to unlock... Because looking through the quest, there was something about you have to complete so many rows, and you'll get a reward for it. And if you do 50 uniques or something, then you have to do 80 uniques and then 107 uniques or whatever. Alright, and with that, I'd best be off. I'm a man in demand, after all. For that, though, I could really use a good meal and a... nap. Don't say that. I'm gonna yawn myself. Man in demand? More like a lazy louse. Man in demand. As enigmatic as our friend is, the realm may never know. Let up not in your training, Jet. The path is true martial mastery lies before you. Now, you'll excuse me, I've got some rab tales, my training to get back to. Have to be normal Shantoto. Okay. Awesome. So, got those done. So, those things are available to me now. Whoopee. Because weapon skills are here. Yeah, and I have to raise things up to axe, that's great axe, that's scythe, pole arm, katana, great katana, marksman. Oh, I think I was hitting left by mistake. Dagger, sword, here we are. Requisite. Alright. Anyway, we are going to go back to our bard unlocking. Yeah, so I'll need to look that up. Oh, and work on that next. So we can start getting those things done to unlock more trusts. As well as giving the... Yeah, because if there's ways to power up the trust, like gives them higher stats and stuff, by all means, I need to do that. Okay, we're going to go Lord Juno. We're going to go to the Mog House. Yes. Is your job groups and increasing your cap for merit points. Okay. So then I can hold more merit points, of course. Yeah, I never got around to messing around with merit because originally with the merit points, I think people wanted you to put them into certain stats based on what jobs you made, and then you really didn't use weapon skills. But now that the system has been expanded upon, yeah, go into the more. Yeah, now we're starting to get into like the actual the deep meat of the game of actually like getting characters upgraded and stuff. So getting my character upgraded. Actually, this song's so old. Are you making fun of me with this old song? Now, my young friend, what's all that fuss? Let me get you something. Thought you were like me, a man who lives for song and dance. Was I wrong? Who are you? Leave me alone. Oh, come now. Oh, you're just talking about that song. It's a great tune, isn't it? No, it ain't. Nobody cares about such an oldie. Well, my apologies, but have you ever even tried it? Because it's just because it's old doesn't mean it's not good, you know. Just give it a try. What have you got to lose? Good to see you again. I have a feeling we'll meet again. Hope by then you'll have learned to appreciate this song. I've seen him before. Somewhere. Who does he think he is? Doesn't know a thing about all the pain I've gone through. Path of the Bard. Okay, we need to find more song runes, I guess. Oh, you've been to Boobaroo? They say couples descend on the place at nightfall. Why don't they dodge the monsters? And you know what? There's another set of runes in Valkurm. The opposite set of lyrics. It's a fabulous spot for a date. Take it from me. When you read the lyrics from Boobaroo after you've seen the ones in Valkurm, it brings the tears all over again. Oh, sad songs are so moving. We're gonna go to Valkurm, and I believe you have to go into kind of the hidden beach area. Yeah, because merit points are 10,000 XP apiece, as opposed to the job stuff, which is 30. So you can get 3 merit points for each job point you get. That's the big grind. So, from what I understand is that merit points, they are a selective few that you put into a job, but then you have the job points where you can put all the points into to master the job. Is that what I understand? Is that correct? It's not, they don't act quite the same as merit points in the idea that you can actually fully cap out your job point attribution as opposed to your merits, which is selective. Okay, it says we want to do and then exit. Ah, okay. Let's go to Rulud Gardens and do a survival guide warp. But something you do have to pick and choose. Oh, okay. So there's specific job ones I know, but then there's specific character ones that affect all the jobs, which like HP and MP, I think. That affects everything. Like I said, I've not looked into it a whole lot because I never did it back then. So I will actually need to dig into it a little bit more to actually fully understand what they all do. I just know the gist. So, okay, we're gonna grab Gustav Tunnel and walk back out of it. Apparently that's the fastest way to these things. And Gustav is the Volbau. Gustav. Yes. I'm so the Give me a second, hang on. Need to put the thoughts into, I need to get my thoughts into proper words again. So, going into merit points, going to categories. So there's HP and MP, which is raising them maximum merit points. Okay. So you can put down a total of 75. Oh, it's for each category. Okay. Just your main attributes, your combat skills, your magic skills. Okay. And then there's a combo total, and then there's... Okay. This is where you get... This is where you unlock, like, spells and things like that for certain of the mages. Okay, and then I need to go... Which way am I pointing? That way. Okay. Put 10 into each. Gotcha. Okay. Because I know that some of the abilities I remember unlocking, as stupid as it was back then, I unlocked Tomahawk for Warrior and the Dragoon throwing abilities. Because I thought, oh, that's cool. In retrospect, really not smart. Yeah, you can change them around, but you don't get the merit points back. So if you remove them, you have to go farm merit points again. Can you store 30 merit points? Is Tomahawk really good? Okay. I always thought it was just a simple pull, but if it actually is a good thing, I don't know. Like I said, I'll have to look at guides for all the jobs to see what is recommended to put in there. Because I know that you can do merit points for unlocking certain spells for Red Mage, for doing cooldowns for stuff. But yeah. Can you store 30 merit points afterwards, or lowers the defense of the target? Oh! So I can see why that would be good. Now, the song runes are around here somewhere. I think I have markers for them. Song runes. Aha! I will hold off my questions until you come back from ads. Song runes. Song runes. Ah, here they are. Funny how they're so far apart. So this is the other one. Hello, Merter. Merter. I wanted to know more about the story I heard in a tavern, so I came out here searching. I have a feeling I now know who he is. I was waiting, Merter, for you to find this place. Why, hello, you're Master Lewinhart, aren't you? You're practically a legend among us bards. Now, let's not get carried away. I'm just another minstrel like any other. Master Lewinhart, I first heard your music in the street when I was a lad, mired in poverty. I hadn't dreamt that anything could move me so. The moment I vowed to become a bard. But alas, look at me. My voice is shrill and my lyrics lack emotion. I am but a worm in your shadow. You hold me in too high regard. I have such days too. Even you, Master Lewinhart? Of course, my friend. Often I ask the stars above for whom or what purpose I sing, but ever they are silent. But in such times I find myself standing before the stone. In my heart I try to sing of their feelings as they did. Then I remember how such is all that is needed from us bards. Both felt so dearly for the other that they tried to convey their love through the breeze and over the waves of the ocean. Do you not feel this yearning in your heart? Before you can move the hearts of others, first you must believe in yourself. Music comes from within. That truth we must never forget. You must have endured a terrible ordeal, my friend. Know your feelings and be honest with yourself about them. I believe that such synergy beautiful music will flow. So I must be honest with myself? That is right. I know we will meet again someday. Even when that time comes, will you play for me? Yes, of course. Thanks for all you've done. I know upon the path the bard walks. You are always welcome to join us in harmony. And there's our bard. Okay, unlock 2 jobs, and we could actually unlock Well, we're actually really close to finishing it, but... Okay. Now, if I remember correctly, so merit points... I don't have any merit points now. I was going to ask you something. What was it? I can't remember. Anyway. Okay, so now if we go into our jobs, job levels, Beastmaster and Bard are now there. Woohoo! Now we've only got a few minutes on the normal part of the stream. What I would like to do, I think, is actually swap over and unlock Summoner. Because that'll be 3 new jobs I've unlocked. And one of them, Mage, besides. So, we actually need to do a couple things first. First, I need to swap this over to the other area. And I actually haven't looked up the skill point for this. Let me look, see if I can find this. What is the... Let's back up a little bit. That's right. That's what it's called. I can hear a rainbow. I do have the Carbuncle Rugby, and I've already touched all the weather stuff. So it's just going to see Carbuncle. I'm going to show this, though. Oh, I can see a rainbow. I can hear a rainbow. Uh-huh. 1 second here. I need to tweak sources around. And I need to show this one, I believe. Wah! So I believe you guys will be able to hear this. Nope, it's not showing. Hang on. How did I get the music to work in this? Oh, I think I changed the... That's right. I changed the source. That's what it was. Okay, so back to this now. I still don't think I don't know if it's working still. Ah, there we go. Okay, so back to this again. Sorry. I'm goofing up a little bit. Okay, so basically, once you get the Carbuncle Ruby, you actually go talk to this one house in Windurst, and you bump into Agito Morijo. Why do adventurers always go sticking their noses into places they don't Taru belong? Can't you Taru see I'm busy here? I don't Taru have time for idle chit-chat, so why don't Taru make it to the wind and... What's that got Taru in your grubby little hands there? Oh, shut Taru your trap and show me. Carbuncle's Ruby, you say? Well, this thing sure talks a lot. Talks a lot to be an ordinary gem. I'll let you in on a little secret. If you want Taru to know what I'm saying, close your eyes and open your heart. Let down your guard and accept all things and everything's around you. Come on now. Seek and gather. 7 colors that cover the sky and embrace the earth. So, what did the gem have to say? Seek and gather the 7 colors. Well, at least doesn't sound like a trap. I'm not sensing a whole lot of energy from within the ruby anyway. But I need to tell you this. When you let down your guard to hear the voices around you, you should probably have a strong black mage by your side, just to be safe. Those voices around aren't going to like to be weak ones like just now. You better be careful. You won't always have me there to protect you. Did you get all that, adventurer? And so starts the most annoying quest to do, because you actually have to go get all these light by weather effects. I have done so. So you see red light, which is the heat, orange light, which is clear, yellow light, which is dusty, green light, which is windy, blue light, which is rain, and indigo light, which is snow, and the violet light, which is thunder, which is lightning. And then you get this cutscene. Come, Corvana, follow me. Enter the direction of Lathine Plateau. So, we're stopping there, because we don't need to continue on with that. And back to what we were doing. Give me a moment here. So, we're going to do the next part of that quest, because that happened off screen unintentionally. So we're going to do that. So let me go ahead and move things back the way they were. So now I need to go to Lathine. And Silkheim, Lathine Plateau. And this is how you unlock Summoner. Now, Summoner I thought was always really cool in this game, because you get to summon like all the summons, all the elementals. You don't get to really do that in Final Fantasy XIV, unfortunately. You get to summon some of them, but not all of them. Now, the place you need to go specifically, I actually couldn't tell you immediately on the map. I'm going to need to look it up. G6 and trade the ruby. So I need to make sure that, because it's in my, I don't think it's there. It's in the Mog Sack, I think. Yeah, there it is. I need to get that copper voucher out of there too. Okay, so G6, which is, oh yeah, it's that little section right there, kind of next to the Ordell Caves location. Okay. It'll be a little bit of a run, but yeah. So a couple of the weather effects ended up showing up on stream, but all the important stuff showed up off stream, which is really annoying. So thankfully, Corvana has been so wonderful at basically archiving all of the cutscenes, so I'm able to look back to them if I don't get them done on stream. But I surprisingly enough, I think that I actually got the heat stuff, the heat weather, which is the rarest to do and the hardest to get. I did that before I think I did thunder, I think, or rain, It was I actually got like halfway through the process, which was a little surprising. Thinking back to Summoner reminds me of the Astral Flow parties that you could get into. So, for those who are not aware, back when you're originally playing, what you could do is you could do an Astral Flow party, and this was meant to level Summoners specifically. You took the really low, you took a really low character, with their job, and you took them into the cave off of Bastok Mines, which is, I'm trying to remember which one it was. You took them into a tunnel where everything was a lot higher level, and everybody did Astral Flow and smacked things around with their summons, and it gave a bunch of experience. The problem was that it was extremely niche, because you had to use your 1 hour ability, which back then was 2 hours. Then once everybody had done that, everybody would try and get a Corsair who has a ability to reset people's stuff. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's the Summoner Burn parties, yeah. Because then you'd have to get a Corsair, because he would then use his 2 hour to try and it was either reset or have the respawn the cooldown time on all the summoners, so they could do it faster. It gave humongous experience, but it was extremely hard to get working. Yeah, so, and because of how annoying it was to unlock Summoner and get the summons themselves, you didn't see a whole lot of Summoners leveling up necessarily in parties. I saw them, but they didn't. Yeah, that's right. It resets the random job ability of all party members. So they'd call out for a Corsair to show up. He'd do his thing, and they'd pay him a little bit. They'd pay him more if he got the actual reset done. So, and there he is. There's Carbuncle in all of his fuzzy glory. Carbuncle actually looks really good in this game. I really like his design. Thank you, Jeth. My name is Carbuncle. I am one of the several new forces here in Vanadil. I became a crystal, was divided into shards, and fell into the hands of beasts and people alike as the world changed around me. And then I knew that you needed me. And that's why I lend you a little, I'll lend you a little of my power. I'll fight by your side and watch over you always. I demand you perform a labor. Visit the ancient beings that sleep in faraway lands and places of legend. Vanadil is the world of which you live. You should see the true Vanadil with your own eyes. I will extend a bridge between the peoples of the present and beings of ages past. And he makes a rainbow appear. At least for the cutscene. It's still rainy. So now I can become a summoner, and now you can summon Carbuncle. So we go into magic, and summoning is now available, and Carbuncle is here. Carbuncle is light elemental. Yeah, so you can actually see when somebody unlocks summoner. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Well, that was only a little longer than I was expecting it to be, but only a little bit. We're going to go ahead and call that good for today. I'm going to go ahead and spiffy our way back to Sandoria. I've got a warp ring on already. What do you know? So I think the only thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to store my crystals and call the stream an end. And we're going to talk about schedule for a time now. So, schedule's changing up for October. Kind of gives us a reset for when November rolls around. I don't know what December's going to look like. I'd like to do holiday-themed games then, but I really don't have much in terms of that. So we probably would play any games that have snow, but because I don't really have a whole lot of those, we're going to be playing a lot of the normal games as we normally do. Just how it's going to be for the time being. So, October is starting tomorrow. And because it's October, we'll be playing horror and Halloween games. So I have a list of games that I can do those for, and we will get through those. I have already picked out our first one. It's a game that came out several years ago that was a nice little indie darling. And so we will start playing with that. The difference is that I will be playing Final Fantasy XI on Wednesdays only. On every other day, I will be playing through horror games. And we will also not be splitting between games. We'll be focused on one game until we beat it. So I already have the game set up. It is now in the schedule. I don't know how long it will take for us to beat it. How long to play says it's between 15 to 20 hours. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to try and keep things a little lighter this year. I'm not going to do anything extremely heavy in terms of horror. So if you're expecting something like the Evil Within or something like that, probably not going to touch it this year. But we're going to touch some kind of the lighter stuff, some of the smaller games that I have that will be a one and done kind of game, more or less. So that is what the plan is going to be. So Mondays, Tuesday, Thursday, and Fridays are going to be horror or Halloween games. I will try and play more Halloween themed games closer to Halloween, so the second half of the month. And the first one we'll play just kind of autumn and horror games. That will switch up based on my mood, based on where we get on the games, how much time we have left in the month. I'm going to try and not put a game in such a way that we won't be able to finish it by the end of the month. At least of all. We're also going to do something a little different. On Halloween, if I don't have something IRL planned, if there's not like some big Halloween party going on, I will be doing a longer stream. That's also been put in the schedule. That will be a 5-hour stream. We will start at 7 and we'll play to midnight. So that'll be available for anybody and everybody who wants to see that. If that is going to an IRL, if there is something happening that night that I want to do instead of streaming, I will cancel that stream and let you guys know in advance, probably a week in advance. So now, I'm sure some of you will be saying, are you going to be playing Dead by Daylight? No, I will not be playing that game. Even though it would be great to play it for Halloween, that's one of those online games that I don't want to try and get into because it's more or less PvP and it really has no I really have no interest in it. So if you are a big fan of that, I'm sorry to say there's lots of other people who play it. I'm not one of those people who wants to get that game and wants to play it. So in terms of other games we'll playing a lot of nervous stuff. We'll play some survival horror. If it has anything of zombies or eldritch horrors or psychological damage or any of these things that could be considered horror, I will count it as such. Might get into some goofier games like Stubbs, the zombie that took over the world. Something like that. That probably will happen next year. But if there's any game that has a main premise around a lot of horror atmosphere, of dealing with zombies or creatures of the night of some sort, anything like that, we will get into those games and play them, and we will add other games as well. There are some games that are very long term that we might get into. I have Vampire Survivors, so we might play that. I don't know who's interested in watching that game, but we could play that for a few streams and see what that's like. That probably could be a filler game if we're not sure what game we're going to play next after completing one partway through a stream. We could jump into Vampire Survivors for the rest of that stream, and then the next stream we start up with something fresh. So that's kind of what the plan is for now. My hope is that for Final Fantasy XI, I will keep playing every Wednesday through October. We will start it by unlocking a job, and then we'll get into Chains of Promathia. At some point, I am going to start leveling up. I think I'm going to go with Samurai. Honestly, I think I am. Samurai is probably still going to be my favorite job. I could do Dragoon as a job. That will become the main job for the streams. Red Mage will take a back seat. once that job gets up to the other job gets up to snuff, gets up to 99 or thereabouts, and I can start using that job instead. And that point, Red Mage will kind of take a back seat, and we will not worry about Red Mage stuff for a while. Because from what I've been able to read and what everybody's told me, Red Mage is probably one of the hardest jobs to fully gear up for endgame stuff. I don't even know how far I'll get into endgame, but that's kind of the idea, is that from what I was able to see, you can get roughly 200 pieces of armor just for Red Mage. I don't have the sorts to handle that alone, much less any other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know where we're going to get with it. We're going to get as much as we can get done with Red Mage, without getting like lots of extra gear, because it will not be the job that I play endgame with. I will be playing a melee of some sort. It will be Dragoon or Blue Mage or Samurai or Warrior or Monk or one of these other jobs. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. I would like to thank everybody for showing up in the stream, for watching. I really do appreciate it. I want to shout out to Fennel and Sever in my link shell for helping me with Divine Might. You didn't have to. It was really simple. I could have done that with Trust probably, but it was great having you along anyway. I would like to thank Seth Rott, always, for helping me out with that. Tallow Candle helped me out earlier with walking through, getting to the mission fights and stuff like that. I really do appreciate it when you guys are here, when you're in the chat talking with me. Badai, thank you for showing up. I really do appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't recognize your character instantly. I forgot what their name was. But usually when somebody when somebody reaches out to me in a game like this, where I'm fairly anonymous, I figure for the most part it's probably somebody who knows me or just wants my attention. So, anyway, tomorrow we'll be starting with what is it called? I think Lost in the Woods? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Nice little indie game I've heard great things about, and I've been wanting to play ever since I got it, and just waiting for October to swing around. So, we'll get into that tomorrow, and that will be the game that we'll play until we beat it. Who knows if that's going to take this week, if we'll get into next week. I don't know. One way or another, I would like to say goodnight to you all. I hope you have a good week this week. I hope it can be better than last week, or at least equal to, if you had a bad week last week. Make sure you get some rest. Make sure you've gotten some food. And I will see you guys tomorrow to start with Halloween. All new brand scene, all new alerts, everything for October. I've been working myself a little raw, just trying to get that done. So then we could have something brand new and cool for October. We'll try and do something for like that for December. At least the alerts and the scenes and stuff like that. The games are going to be a little different. Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now. I hope you all take care, and I hope to see you all tomorrow for some fun. Until then, I'll see you tonight. Good night.